watch out for the Packers to have that dangerous running game, especially if there's no Aaron Rodgers this season. I mean, if they throw Jordan Love out at the starting quarterback, I mean, they're going to be a run-heavy offense as they kind of, ease Jordan Love into this Packers offense a little bit. But another thing that kind of A.J. Dillon pointed out here is that they want kind of a thunder and lightning running back. He calls Aaron Jones the lightning, and A.J. Dillon calls himself the thunder because this man's got some quads on deck. Yes, sir. So we get this story right here. Running back A.J. Dillon took time to explain a few things about his quads yesterday. He says his quads are the biggest, strongest in the NFL. All right, we'll talk about that in a second. He now has nicknames for both of his quads. One quad is Quadfather and the other is Quadzilla. And man, oh man, do we see the quads on this man. Woo! Those are some legit quads. This man is not lying. Nice to hand. Which one's this one? This one's the right one. Yeah, that's the right one. Hey, what's the right one called? He doesn't. He's just one is the quad. I'm calling the right one the Quadzilla. I like that a little bit better than the Quadfather. Look at that Quadzilla. Oh my gosh. It's like you see his kneecap and his quad is just like 10 times bigger than that. Absolutely mammoth. So that's definitely some thunder out here. Then we get this angle of the quads in motion. Yes, sir. And then what's this last picture right here? Ooh, yeah, both front-facing quads staring us in the eyes. I mean, we got Quadfather and Quadzilla staring us right in the eyes. I'm petrified. Oh my goodness, the quads are coming, folks. The quads are coming. So definite thunder out here. You got the lightning with Aaron Jones. So, I'm going to definitely be watching this Packers running back by committee. It's looking real solid. A.J. Dillon going into his second year. First year was pretty solid. Even though he didn't have that many rushes, he made every opportunity with them. He was elevated to the second running back this season. And if they're going to do a running back by committee here, I mean, absolutely. So, A.J. Dillon, the quads on deck, Quadzilla, Quadfather, but who was the original big quad running back? And we got to shout out, the legends, the legacy. And he's not that much of a legend because he's still a little fresh in the league, but Saquon Barkley, Quads, y'all remember that? Just because he didn't play last year, let's not forget about these quads. So here we go. Saquon Barkley, the OG Quadfather. Now this is the Quadfather, right? He's the OG, Saquon Barkley. So maybe A.J. Dillon kind of has to rename one of his quads. Give Saquon Barkley the Quadfather. A.J. Dillon could still have Quadzilla and Quadimoto instead of Quasimodo. Something like that. So A.J. Dillon may have to kind of relinquish one of those quad names to shout out, the OG here. But, this was Saquon Barkley right here. But the interesting fact here is that Saquon Barkley was trying to get away from the quad nickname, where A.J. Dillon is embracing the quad nickname. So we get this quote in 2018 by Saquon Barkley saying, "Hopefully I can get a nickname from my play on the field, not because of my legs." So we got A.J. Dillon coming into the league, embracing the quads, and we had Saquon Barkley trying to get away from that quad narrative. So it's kind of interesting how, different people think, different players think, and all that. And we'll see. I mean, we'll see if, this kind of quad talk of A.J. Dillon gets inside of his head, because A.J. Dillon says he's also trying to sell merch of his quads. So maybe trying to do a little bit too much branding out here. Maybe a little too nonsensical. I'm not going to knock it out. I think it's funny. I'm not going to be the actual NFL, the no fun league. I mean, I've got no problems with it. But, it's just kind of, different perspectives here. Saquon Barkley's been in the league a little bit more than A.J. Dillon has. Maybe A.J. Dillon is still kind of, getting acclimated to the culture of the NFL, whatever it is. But we'll keep an eye on both these players, obviously, the Quad brothers, and we'll see what they're looking like this year. But we'll see who runs a little bit better. The ones that's embracing the quads or the one that's trying to escape the quads. He's running away from the quads, folks. How can you run away from the quads when the quads are attached to you? You're just looking down, trying to run away, and you're constantly reminded, damn, I got some quads on me. So that's the quad talk for today. We'll see if there's any more running backs trying to get the quads. I mean, Najee Harris, let's see your quads. I mean, we know he's kind of Derrick Henry-esque. Let's get Derrick Henry's quads. I want to see all the quads. Bring the quads to me, and I'll do a quads competition. I'll judge the quads like they do beauty pageants. We'll dress up the quads. We'll have, talent competition of the quads and see what we can do out here and see who is truly the Quadfather. I mean, let's just put these nicknames up for grabs right here, because the Quadfather, folks, the Godfather, that is the pinnacle of just kind of respect and OG-ness. So I don't know if A.J. Dillon truly deserves a kind of name, hit one of his quads the Quadfather by himself. You need an actual judge. Let me be the judge. I'll hand out the Quadfather award, okay? A.J. Dillon, Saquon Barkley. We'll have the competition. We'll have a little competition, dress them up, do some talents, and we'll see who's the actual Quadfather. So hit me up, Saquon Barkley and A.J. Dillon, and we can get it going. So, and any other competitor, people that want to compete in this, let's get the Quadfather actual nickname going before the season starts. So we'll see how that goes.